Hello friends, I am Mr. Ravindra Bhallerao and I welcome you to my channel that is English for Learners. Friends, in today's video we shall learn some of the activities or questions and answers of the novel Around the World in 80 Days. But before watching this video, as usual I request you don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, let's begin. Activities related to the novel Around the World in 80 Days. Let's see brainstorming activities. First of all, activities related to the character. Number one of the following is not a major character of the novel. Choose the correct one and justify. And the options are A. Phileas Fogg, B. Auda, C. James Strand, and D. Jean Passepartout. And the answer is James Strand. He is not a major character of the novel. He was the real bank robber whom Fix was searching for. Next activity, complete the table highlighting the various traits of the major character in this extract. यानी इस नॉवेल में जो important characters है उनके बारे में you have to write down about उनके characters traits or features. Now you can see the answer. First of all, the character Phileas Fogg. He is a solitary person, cared little about the opinions of others. Honest, courageous, calm, honorable, proud. He had plenty of self-respect, was unselfish, non-materialistic, obstinate and generous. The next one character is Auda, and about him, that is, he is a grateful, loving, concerned, sincere, sweet, noble, unselfish, non-materialistic and generous. Next one is third one, Passepartout. He is a loyal, faithful, grateful, loving, concerned, unselfish, repentant, conscientious. Next one is Detective Fix. Dutiful, stupid, repentant, unimaginative and stubborn. Next activity number 3, that is Phileas Fogg is as cool as a cucumber, whereas Passepartout is as crazy as a loon. Explain the statement by citing some reference from the extract. यानी कि इसमें जो फिलियस फॉग ये बहुत ही काम यानी शांत स्वभाव का है और उसके अपोज में पेसपार्टूट ये थोड़ा सा मोर एक्साइटिंग अति उत्साही हम बोल सकते. सो यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन अबाउट these two characters and the answer is Phileas Fogg was always cool except when he hit the Detective Fix. He was cool and calm in prison. Even when he felt that he had lost the wager, he shut himself up in his house quietly without any noise. He was cool when dealing with Passepartout and also when dealing with Auda. He could control his emotions and appeared to be expressionless. Passepartout, on the other hand, was a very emotional and excitable person. He was very repentant. When he realized that he could have prevented Fogg's arrest, he was thrilled when he knew that Fogg was marrying Auda. He was tremendously worried about Fogg when he thought that Fogg had lost the wager. Finally, when he came to know that they had reached earlier than they had thought and there was a chance that they could reach the Reform Club in time to win the bet, he became very excited. He rushed back breathlessly to inform Fogg of the fact that it was Saturday and not Sunday. Next activity, Detective Fix tried hard but could not fix the charge of robbery on Fogg. Explain the statement from the point of view of Fix. Answer. From the point of view of Detective Fix, Scotland Yard had given only a vague description of the man who had robbed a great sum from the Bank of England. He thought that Fogg fitted the description and he was the bank robber. I put obstacles in Fogg's path just so that I could arrest him whenever I got the warrants from England. The moment we reached the Liverpool, I arrested him. However, after arresting him, I found that he was not the guilty person, and the robber had already been arrested in Edinburgh some days earlier. Fogg was a very respectable gentleman living at Savile Row. There was no proof and no evidence against him except that he had been traveling all over the world apparently without any purpose. I was sorry that I arrested him wrongly and I apologized to him. Next activity. Describe the character sketch of Auda from Fogg's point of view. Answer. From the Fogg's point of view, Auda has had a very difficult time in India. She was nearly killed by her persecutors, but Fogg, managed to save her and bring her to England with me. She is a wonderful person and so grateful for what I did. She was even apologetic for having delayed my return. She did not think about the danger she was in from her persecutors. She is very loving. She is not at all money-minded and was ready to marry me even though I did not have a penny to my name. How many will do this? What a compassionate, kind-hearted and generous person. An admirable woman indeed, and one whom I am proud to have as my wife. Now let's see activities related to the plot. Number 6. Arrange the incidents in correct sequence as per their occurrence in the extract. And the incidents are given. A. Auda accepted Fogg's proposal of marriage. B. When set free, the first thing that Fogg did was he knocked Fix down. C. As a part of duty, Fix arrested Fogg. And D. At the 7th second, Fogg entered the Reform Club saloon. And answer is first one, as a part of duty, Fix arrested Fogg. Next one, when set free, the first thing that Fogg did was knocked Fix down. Next one, at the 7th second, Fogg entered the Reform Club saloon. And last one is that Auda accepted Fogg's proposal of marriage. Next activity, number 7. There is a sudden twist in the climax of the novel. Explain by citing some lines and relevant example from the extract. Answer. Fogg and the reader first think that Fogg has lost not only the wager but also the money and honor that went with it. The following lines tell us that after having steadily traversed that long journey, overcome 100 obstacles, braved many dangers, and still found time to do some good on his way, to fail near the goal by a sudden event which he could not have foreseen, and against which he was unarmed. It was terrible. The unforeseen event was his arrest and imprisonment by Detective Fix, who mistakenly thought he was the bank robber. However, the twist comes when Passepartout finds out that it is not Sunday but Saturday, and perhaps they can just make it to the Reform Club in time. Just as Fogg's antagonists are counting the seconds to their win, Fogg manages to reach the club and win the wager, giving a happy and thrilling ending to the novel. The following lines tell us that at 57 seconds, the door of the saloon opened, and the pendulum had not beat the 6th second when Phileas Fogg appeared, followed by an excited crowd who had forced their way through the club doors, and in his calm voice said, "Here I am, gentlemen." Next activity. Which of the following is an appropriate reason for Phileas Fogg starting his journey around the world? And options are A. Fellow members bait Fogg. B. Fogg baits his fellow members. C. Fogg wants to marry Auda. And D. Fogg committed robbery. And the answer is A. Fellow members bait Fogg. Now the activities related to the setting. Number 9. Choose from the following options the means of transport used in the novel and explain the way they help the character. And the options are A. Elephant, B. Horse, C. Train, and D. Steamer. Answer. Elephants, trains and steamers were used as a means of transport in the novel. They help the characters go around the world in the allotted time. After overcoming a number of obstacles, they reach London in time to win the wager. Next activity, number 10. The beginning of the extract is a scene in the prison at the custom house. From there, the novel moves further from one place to another. Pick and explain all the places or spots where the incidents took place. Answer. From the prison at Customs House, Fogg and his companions go to Liverpool station to catch the train back to London, where Fogg lives and where the Reform Club is located. Once they reach London, thinking that they had lost the wager, they go to Savile Row, which is Fogg's residence. The next location is the preacher's house, where Passepartout goes to make arrangements for Fogg's wedding. The last location is the Reform Club, which Fogg reached in time to win his wager. Next activity, number 12. Describe the importance of following places in the development of plot and behavior of the characters. A. Liverpool. Answer. Liverpool is the place where Fogg disembarks from his steamer and from where he has to catch the train to London. Liverpool is also the place where he arrested by Fix and thus misses his train. He arranges a special train in an attempt to reach London on time. Next, B. London. Answer. Fogg lives in London. The Reform Club, which Fogg frequented on regular basis, is also in London. Fogg accepts the wages in London. His journey starts from London and ends in London. Hence, London is the central place in novel. Next, C. Reform Club. Answer. Reform Club is the place which Fogg frequented on a regular basis. It is at the Reform Club that Fogg gets involved in an argument over an article and where the wager with his fellow club members take place. It is the place where Fogg was supposed to return before 8:45 p.m. on 21st December, 80 days later. It is the place where his antagonists are waiting anxiously for him and which he reaches practically the last second to win his wager. Next, D. Savily Raw. Answer. Phileas Fogg's residence is in Savily Raw. This is also the place where he takes Auda. Fogg has always stayed quietly at this place. When he returned from his trip around the world and thought he had lost the wager, he remained there so quietly that no one even knew he had returned. Next place, E. Edinburgh. Answer. Detective Fix arrested Phileas Fogg in Liverpool thinking that he was a bank robber. However, the real bank robber, James Strand, had been arrested on 17th December at Edinburgh. Next activity, number 13. Select the correct options. Find from options the place which are not mentioned in the extract, and the options are Bombay, now Mumbai, B. Allahabad, C. Chennai, D. Calcutta. Answer. Allahabad and Chennai. So friends, I hope you might have liked this video. If you liked it, please share it. If you have any suggestions for me, please write in comment box. Wish you good day. Take care. Thank you very much.